Let's have a look. Place your bets. First fish on the Tine in 2 years. What we got? First fish on the Tine in 2 years is...
Round and round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows it.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel, back with the Geordie Blanca. Today, I'm finally fishing the Tine. It has been years and years and years since I found myself fishing the Tine. I thought the weather's nice, I've got a bit of bait there to use. Why not get out on the Tine, do a bit of pleasure fishing? So here I am. Me and the Tine don't have a great history. I've never had anything decent or sizable out the Tine. It's usually just small whiting, corlies, couple of undersized codling. But I thought, you know what, it gets me out fishing. Right on my doorstep, why not? Perfect opportunity to have a quick catch up with you guys as well. Have a little catch up on how the channel's going. And you never know, fingers crossed, I might even get a fish or two out. So the rigs I'm using today are these pre-made Axia beach rigs, 2 hook flappers, size 1 hooks. I usually would make, you know, some pre-made flappers, but it's been that long since I've fished a river or fished the Tine or anything small. I'll start off with the frozen blacks though. See if I can pick anything up with these. Honestly, it has been that long since I've put a worm on a hook, on a 2 hook flapper and fished a river. It is unbelievable. It's a couple hours after high, so there's still quite a bit of water there to play with. I think I'll try a few short lobs first. Right, there we go, that's the first one out there. Quickly show you lot this rod that I've got ready for the winter. Hasn't even been christened yet. It's the Zen Power from Tronix Pro. Nice 5 to 8 ounce casting weight. Stunningly built rod. Really looking forward to getting out in the winter with this. I mean, it's massively overkill for here on the Tine, but like I said, I was out last night, so this is what I already had out in the car. Absolutely kills me putting worms on hooks on my little table, like. Yeah, it is what it is. Easy wipe down. I mean, it's probably considered lazy. Hey, God, man, I barely feel like I'm fishing. You know, I can cook myself a meal, whack the music on, whack a film on. I mean, this is the first time I've ever fished literally out of the car. I do intend on doing quite a lot of this type of fishing up in Scotland where, you know, you're in the side of a loch, you know, pull up at the side of the road and, you know, you can sleep overnight and there's a chance of, you know, whatever, taupe or skate or some big pollock. But fishing out of the car on the Tine, this is a new one. I mean, it's relaxing. I can't complain. I think on the next truck I'll try a little bit of mackerel, a few little bit of mackerel strips. To be honest, it's quite nice to be fishing the Tine again. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's been easy 2 years since I fished the Tine. Spent so much time chasing cod on the cliffs and in the kelp, and sometimes you just forget how nice it is to pleasure fish on the Tine, you know? It's literally where I learned to fish, on the Tine. With a couple of the local lads from Shields, just chilling down at Mill Dam and Second Dock. You know, and you were just happy catching flounders and whiting and corley and small codling. You weren't anything like that, you were buzzing, you know? Right, we'll get this first one in. Like I said, I'm going to try a little bit of mackerel on this next one. One of the joys of fishing the Tine is, you know, you don't lose a lot of gear. Well, one of my worms is still there, one of them's gone. The trace with the beads on, gone for mackerel. and a black, and the hook on its own, just a straight black. We'll try one in a bit closer this time. After half my mackerel just came off. Apart from a little bit of pleasure fishing, one of the main reasons why I did want to get out today and make this video was just to say thank you to you lot. Recently on the channel we hit 10,000 subscribers. In fact, we're almost about to hit 11,000 subscribers. It's absolutely mind-blowing that this little channel that we put together has just hit 10,000 subscribers. Like, that's insane. That day 2 years ago when I headed out to South Shields Pier and I made that little video, I had no idea that this channel would hit 10,000 subs, and it's all thanks to you guys for sticking by the channel. Going forward, I do have a massive goal, and that goal is 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and I really think I can do it. I mean, this is only going to be my 31st video. It's been 2 years. I should have triple the amount of videos, and I think I got it in my head that every video has to have a story. Every video has to have a theme, a catch, a hook, you know, something to it more than just chuck, chuck, fish, fish, hello, goodbye, you know? And I think if I want to hit the goals I've got, which is 100,000 subs, I am going to have to start getting out and fishing and traveling when I'm free, rather than just when I have an idea. Mark my words, I will hit 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and I will get that plaque, and I'll hang it up in this camper van, and it'll be all of ours. So I am going to be uploading a hell of a lot more videos, even if they are just smaller 15-20 minute videos of me fishing the Tine, trying to get at least 2 to 3 uploads a month. For, you know, the guys who do enjoy my content, where there's just so much space in between where I'm not uploading, and I can't apologise enough for that. And I know that's not good enough for the channel going forward with the goals I've got in mind. So from now on, I promise I am going to be uploading a hell of a lot more content at a much more faster rate. Did just start picking up some, oh, there we go. There we go. There's the first bite of the day. Come on, come back. Yep, there's another one. That was a good few little knocks, that. Oh, there we go, it's going again. I'll get this one in. There we go, there's something small on. Let's have a look, place your bets. First fish on the Tine in 2 years. What we got? And the first fish on the Tine in 2 years is a whiting. Again, as soon as you put that mackerel on. There we go, first fish out with the Tine in 2 years, and it's a little tiny whiting. Let's get this fella back in, see if we can get a bigger one. I think I'm gonna have to chuck a bit left this time, because like I say, the Tine's pulling far right quite harshly, so. There we go, that's pulling me into the centre now, so that should be ideal by the time that gripper sets. There we go, that's at a treat. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, I think I'll have myself a sausage roll. I still kind of get used to this type of fishing. Sitting out the back of a van with a bed and a telly. Hop into bed, have a nap, have a cuppa, bacon sarnie. Call it lazy fishing. And surely this is the purest form of pleasure fishing. Well, hasn't been the most productive day, but it's just been nice to get out, you know. I didn't blank, which is a bonus. Might even still get one on this last chuck, you never know. But no, it's been nice. Can't complain at all. Weather's absolutely phenomenal. Can't complain. Oh, he's had a fish over there. You get one? Come on then, let's let's have a look. There's something you don't see every day. A couple of monks out on a job. You didn't even know it was on?
What?
Oh, what on earth's happened to him? What the hell has done that? Looks like one whole bite.
I felt the dud as
Right.
it was coming in.
Aye, something big's had a hold of that, hasn't it? You can see it's one bite. Then again, could it be loads of little bites? The crab's ripping at it if it's been sat for a while. Does that count, does it?
Oh,
Hey, it's a fish.
fish, all right.
Hey, wait. I think it's almost time to get this one in. Call it a day. What do you reckon, lads? Game over? One scabby whiting for me trouble? Nah, it's been nice, man. Like I say, it's just a pleasure to be out. Lovely day out in the sun. And to be honest, how many more days like this are we going to get before winter hits? And now the seas are massive next week, so, you know, with the big seas comes the bad weather. How many more days am I going to get like this in the sun? But yeah, we'll get this one in. We'll get packed up, and I think we'll get away. But I hope you've enjoyed the video anyway. Like I say, today has just been about having a chat with you lot, just to say thank you for the 10,000 subs. So that was my main purpose today, fish or no fish, you know. And like I say, I am going to start doing this more often, getting out on the Tine, fishing during the day, you know, on the days when I'm not heading up north, and getting some content out, even when it is just, you know, a bit of pleasure fishing. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to get packed away. I'm going to get myself home and get some tea. And until next time, tight lines.